morning, children. Welcome back to the online English classroom of Sri Gokulam Public School, Guruvayur. I am your Vichita Miss. In our last class, we discussed the topic subject and predicate. I hope all of you have gone through that animation video and got the idea about subject and predicate. Today, let us discuss the textual activities of page number 51. All of you please get ready with your textbook. Grammar. Read these sentences. 1. The children are setting up their new railway set. 2. Mother leaves the room. Here, the children, mother are written in bold letters and the rest of the sentences are underlined. We can divide a sentence into two parts. What are they? Yes, subject and predicate. The subject of a sentence tells us who or what the sentence is about. It is usually a noun or a pronoun. It usually comes at the beginning of a sentence. So, subject of a sentence usually comes at the beginning of a sentence. So, here the children, mother are subjects in sentences 1 and 2. The predicate of a sentence is the rest of the sentence along with the verb. We have already studied all this. I think all of you remember that. It tells us about the subject. In sentences 1 and 2 are setting up their new railway set and leaves the room are the predicates. Here are some more examples. Let us say some more other examples. Zarin loves puris. Here Zarin is the subject. Loves puris is the predicate. I have short hair. I is the subject. Have short hair is the predicate. They are going to school. Which is the subject? Yes, they. Then are going to school is the predicate. He sells storybooks. He is the subject. Sells storybooks is the predicate. In these sentences, the words in bold are the subject. The underlined words are the predicate. Yeah, we have already discussed all these things. So, subject is the bold parts and the underlined parts are the predicate. Okay, so let us do the textual activities. Section A. Circle the subject and underline the predicate in these sentences. So children, we have to circle the subject part and underline the predicate part. First question. Yash wrote a letter. Which is the subject? Here the answer is already given. Yes, Yash is the subject. Wrote a letter is the predicate. Second question. The sun shines brightly. The sun shines brightly. Which is the subject part? Yeah, the sun. So circle the sun. Shines brightly. The rest of the sentence along with the verb. Which is the verb? Shines. So shines brightly is the predicate. Underline shines brightly. Third question. Grandmother is telling us a story. Grandmother is telling us a story. So who is the sentence about? Can you tell? Yeah, grandmother. So, grandmother is the subject. Circle grandmother. Then the rest of the sentence along with the verb. Which is the verb? Is telling. So, is telling us a story is the predicate. Underline that. Question number 4. These people are waiting for the bus. These people are waiting for the bus. Which is the subject? Yeah, these people. These people is the subject. So, circle these people. Are waiting for the bus is the predicate. So underline are waiting for the bus. You can see the verb. So the verb along with the rest of the sentence is predicate. Question number 5. You are a nice person. You are a nice person. You is the subject. Are a nice person is the predicate. Circle you. Then underline are a nice person. Now page number 52. Read these sentences. She is cleaning some cupboards downstairs. Robert and Julie stare at the floor. Children, you have already studied present tense, that is simple present tense, present continuous tense and simple past tense. Here, in present tense and present continuous tense, if the subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. You have already studied all these rules. Let us see this table. Present tense, present continuous tense, past tense. Present tense, I play. I is singular, but I is an exception. We have already studied. I takes a plural verb. So, I play. He or she. He or she is singular. So, singular verb plays. They plural. We plural. So, verb also plural. They or we play. Likewise, you also take a plural verb. You play. I play. Present continuous tense. I am playing. I am. I always take am. I am playing. He or she is playing. He or she is the singular verb. He or she is also singular. So it takes singular verb. They or we, plural subject. So are playing. Are is the plural verb. Past tense. I played. He or she played. They or we played. You played. Here there is no change in verb. Everywhere the verb is past. So I played. He or she played. They or we played. If a subject is singular, its verb must also be singular. If a subject is plural, its verb must also be plural. See the examples. The child plays happily. Child is the singular. So it takes the verb, singular verb, that is plays happily. The children play happily. The children is plural. Not one child, but so many. So children. It takes a plural verb. Which is the plural verb? Play. So children play. The child plays. Children play. Plays singular verb. Play plural verb. Okay. Now let us do the activity of section B. Match the words in A with the words in B to complete these sentences. Section A. The shop, tigers, Dia and Tony, the butterfly, the stars. Column B. Live in forests, opens at 8 a.m., flaps its wings, twinkle in the sky, are cleaning their room. So we have to match section A with section B according to the subject and verb. First one, the shop. The shop, which is the answer from column B. The shop, yes, B, option B, opens at 8 a.m. The shop is singular and opens, it is the singular verb. So, the shop opens at 8 a.m. Question number 2. Tigers dash. Tigers from option section B, which is the answer? Yeah, option A. Tigers live in forests. Tigers live in forests. Third question. Dia and Tony. Dia and Tony, plural subject. Option E, are cleaning their room. Dia and Tony are cleaning their room. Fourth, the butterfly. What does the butterfly do? Butterfly is singular subject. Butterfly flaps its wings. The butterfly flaps its wings. Flaps is the verb and it is singular. Fifth one, the stars. Yes, twinkle in the sky. The stars, plural subject. Twinkle in the sky. Twinkle, plural verb. The stars twinkle in the sky. The shop opens at 8 a.m. Tigers live in forest. Dia and Tony are cleaning their room. The butterfly flaps its wings. The stars twinkle in the sky. Dear children, today we discussed the textual activities of page number 51, section A, and page number 52, section B. You have to do the textual activities by your own. I have attached the answer key of these questions in our Google Classroom. After doing these activities, you can check whether your answers are right or wrong from this answer key. Okay, that's all for today. Thank you.